I'm out here in the beautiful eastern Tennessee woods this morning. It's just absolutely beautiful out here. It's my favorite time of year to train. Why? Because not too hot, not too cold, and it's absolutely stunning. And this period of time lasts for maybe about a month, and then all the leaves are gone off the trees. It starts raining a lot. We get a little bit of snow, and it gets kind of nasty. But right now is perfect weather. Love it out here. So since I was out here, I figured I'd give you guys a quick rundown on the basics of using topo map and a compass. If you're going to be out in the field training and doing anything beyond sitting around a campfire and singing Kumbaya and roasting marshmallows, you're going to want to be able to actually get out in the woods, find your entry point, and travel from point A to point B on a map. So in order to do that, you have a choice. You can take your iPhone, your handheld GPS, whatever the case is, and rely on that, or you can go with something that never runs out of power. Topo map and compass. So I strongly recommend getting used to using these. It's really easy to do. Once you do it a few times, it sticks with you. So today we're going to go over the basics of getting from point A to point B. Before we get started, I just want to show you guys my compass here. This is a Suunto compass. It has a magnifying glass on it. It has direction of travel lines, rotatable bezel ring, and the ability to measure distance on a topo map. So it has all the basics you want. And did I say it glows in the dark? Okay, well, whatever. It glows in the dark. That's a nice feature too. So it has all the basics you want in a compass, and I think it retails for about 30 bucks. So you can't beat it. Then secondly, I got my topo map here. This is printed off of alltrails.com. It's a great resource for topo maps. You can design your own topo maps. You can even, when you print them out, you can even have your route and your waypoints and all that good stuff already on the map, ready to go. So it's a great resource. I pay about, I think, $10 a month, or no, sorry, not $10 a month, $10 a year for the membership, and it's well worth it. I use it every single time I go out. So let's go ahead and talk about how to get from point A to point B. Alright, so let's get started. First thing you want to do is you want to orientate your map and your compass to north. So first thing I've done is I've made sure that the bezel ring north indicator right there is lined up with this indicator there, so I know that's good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my compass top right hand corner of my topo map. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to turn the map, keeping it flat, until the arrow, the red part of the arrow, lines up with the direction of travel arrow. So at this point right now, I know that this direction is north. So now, step 2, now that my map is oriented north, I want to figure out how to get from point A to point B and transfer that route into my compass. So if I'm coming in at point A right here, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can get a better idea. So here's my entry point, and I want to go all the way to this ridge. So what we're going to do, keeping my map flat and still pointed north, I'm going to go ahead and put my compass right there. There's my entry point, and I want to draw an imaginary line to this ridge top right there. So now that I have that line drawn, that's great. I know I'm going from point A to point B, but what next? I need to get this bearing transferred into the compass. So you can see, well, hopefully you can see that there's grid lines on this map. There's grid lines on every topo map. It divides the map up into grids, okay? So what I'm going to want to do is, you see these direction of travel lines right here? I'm going to want to turn the bezel ring until these direction of travel lines line up perfectly with my grid lines. So I'm going to just turn the ring, maintaining the compass position. I'm going to turn it, keep turning it until these grid lines match my direction of travel lines. And that looks like a pretty good match right there. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and figure out which direction we need to go. So now, holding the compass out in front of me, you can see the red part of the arrow, and you can see this part right here. So what I want to do is called getting the red in the shed. I want this red part of the arrow to align right inside this red arrow. Okay? So I'm going to hold the compass out like this in front of me and turn until we get it lined up. And you can see it's lined up. So that's my bearing right there. As long as I keep that needle inside the shed, I'm good to go. So my direction of travel is that way. So that's the basics right there from getting from point A to point B. Hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, sometimes you might think that navigating with a topo map and compass is, you know, either a pain in the ass, hard to do, whatever. It's really not. It's really basic and really simple, and I highly suggest that everybody get to know their topo map, get to know their compass, and start using them, because relying on electronic equipment is it's too easy nowadays, and everybody does it. You know, you can pull out your iPhone and have a GPS on that and navigate with that, but it's not worth much once your battery dies and you don't know how to use your topo map and compass. So get to know it, get out there and train, and look forward to talking to you guys again. Have a great weekend.